Hello, so today just going to talk about sedentary behaviour and physical inactivity. So physical inactivity is now a leading cause of deaths globally, which when we think of something as simple as that being globally responsible for so many deaths, clearly something needs to be done about this. We need to address it. So as I have previously mentioned in a previous video, the World Health Organization's recent findings and recommendations surrounding people's health and well-being is to basically spend less time sedentary. So as well as obviously spending more time active, they're now highlighting how we need to spend less time being inactive, which is obvious. If we're more active, we're going to be less inactive, and if we're less inactive, we're going to be more active. So they've now included this to highlight basically the point of it. It's not just about being moderately and vigorously active. They specifically note how any levels of activity is more beneficial than being sedentary, than being inactive. So for me, I feel that PE at schools needs to be the first step in primary school. So the kids need to be shown that it's not necessarily about a sport and a set structured thing that we're doing. It is about movement, and why are we moving, and this is why we move to stay healthy. Joe, there's always going to be those people, those kids, those adults that dislike sports, so it's getting those into it and understanding that it's not about sport, it's not about looking a certain way or being a certain way and showing off. It's about our health, it's about what's going on inside our body, it's about that longevity, about keeping us going so we can have a nice fulfilling life, that we can do other things. Not necessarily just be strong in the gym, but so we can play with our children, so we can go out, so we can do normal day-to-day things for as long as we physically can. So how and why has this come about? Why do we need to combat physical inactivity? Well, in developed and developing nations, we have higher levels of sedentary behaviour through our lifestyles, and even in rural areas, so even the farmers are getting caught up in this. So as our lifestyles and our jobs and machines are brought in, can do more things for us, we then become more sedentary and less active. So we need to actively work to make our lifestyles more active, to replace those things that we're no longer doing that we previously were. And again, that's why now the World Health Organization have recently implemented these new things to focus on the inactivity. Because again, previously we would have been getting these things, but as our lifestyle has changed and various things like that, now they have to highlight that it's about being less inactive also. First things first, the World Health Organization highlight this point as well. It's about starting little and building it up. So again, my point about to go hard or go home, yes, it has a time and a place. So if you're an athlete, if you're an advanced trainer, things like this, Joe, it has set times and places, but if you're new to sport, new to health and fitness, and you've no interest in it and you don't like doing it anyway, don't try and kid yourself on, don't try and jump in with all or nothing mentality. Gradually build it up. That's what we want, that's how it's going to last, that's how we're going to have this longevity to our fitness and to our lifestyle, and this healthy lifestyle that we're trying to get now. KIFs, keep it effing simple. We don't need to be doing anything fancy. Doesn't need to be anything too structured and too planned. Walk instead of driving to work. Park if it's too far to walk the whole way. Park a little bit further away. If we get the bus, get off the bus a stop or so earlier, later. Little simple things like that. Take the stairs instead of the lift. If you're the employer, have walking meetings with your employees, or suggest it to your boss that they have walking meetings with the employees of their company, because the healthier the employees, it's in the boss's interest as well. If you're healthier, you're going to be taking less time off. Healthier employees are more productive. Therefore, you're going to produce more for the boss. It is literally in everyone's interest that we are more healthier. So again, it's not about anything overly complicated. Gardening, doing the housework, anything that gets you not being sedentary, not being sat on your bum basically, is beneficial and is more beneficial than continuing to stay sat down. I know this sounds stupidly obvious, but it is. It is literally just about moving. We don't need to be caught up in all these fancy gimmicks and these elaborate training plans that we're trying to be sold. It is literally just about getting up, getting moving. You wouldn't leave your car sat on the driveway for a year. Don't do the same with your body. Joe, we're in lockdown now, so yes, gyms and things like that, sporting places aren't open. So it's about just getting up, going for a walk, going for a run, doing the housework. Like I say, anything that gets you off your bum, gets you up and moving is physical activity. It's literally that simple, guys. Just try and focus on doing little bits, more and more, gradually building it up again. Don't go for this all or nothing mentality. Implement little things, gradual changes, and that is how you will create this more active lifestyle. So thanks for watching today. If you've head over to our social media accounts and give us a follow on there as well, thanking you.